Let's say you're hosting a virtual event on the Remo platform and you would like to find a way to provide some value to your sponsors. Let's walk through some of the ways that you can do that. And before we get too far into it, I want to let you know that I have a virtual event checklist that you can download for free. I will put the link to that in the description to this video so that you can go grab that right there. It'll walk you through everything you need to be thinking about as you get ready for your virtual event. Okay, let's get into it. And right here at the outset, I want to talk about the right way to think about your virtual event, because these virtual events are not about reaching the most people. These virtual events are about reaching the right people, and that's going to be very important. The other thing to keep in mind is that really what the value of your virtual event is that your sponsors can come to your virtual event and they can have actual one-on-one conversations with their potential customers. So this is not about just reaching them with a message, just flashing a logo in front of some people. That's not the goal of sponsoring a virtual event. So what you're going to see as I walk you through the different things that you can do to add value for your sponsors is that ultimately they're all going to try and lead back to those conversations. They're going to try and make it possible for your sponsors to have those one-on-one conversations with potential clients at your virtual event. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and log into an event that I have set up. I'm not logging into the back end. I'm actually entering the front end of the event. You can do that early if you're the host who set up the event. So let's take a look. And here is my event here. And again, we want to encourage people to come have a conversation with your sponsors because that's the power. What we want to do is name a table after your sponsors. So I'm going to put my cursor down here by this table, table 9, left table 9, at the bottom left corner of the screen. Click on it, and we're going to go into table settings, and I'm going to rename this table after the sponsor. In this case, my sponsor is Acme Circus, so we'll just type that in there and we will submit it. And you can see that the name of the table here changes to Acme Circus. So now what I can do is I can go tell people, hey, if you want to learn more about Acme Circus, find out how you can get tickets or go see the elephants or whatever it is, go over to the table called Acme Circus. We've got a representative from Acme Circus there that you can go talk to. It's the dude with the clown and the funny hair, whatever it might be. Okay, so that's the first step. Name a table after your sponsor, and of course, make sure that somebody from your sponsor is actually going to be at the event. You're also going to want to make sure that their experience is smooth, so I recommend that you have them maybe log in a little bit early to your event. Even better, you can do a tech check with your sponsor, basically a practice run, so that they make sure that they understand how their mic works, how their camera works, and that they can get in and they know everything they need to do on the Remo platform. That is always a good idea. And once you've done all that, of course, we're going to want to use a lot of Remo's other features to drive people back to that table so that they can have a conversation with that sponsor. The more conversations your sponsor has, the happier they're going to be, and the more likely they are to spend money sponsoring future events of yours. So let's start with presentation mode. This is the main presentation that you're going to give at your virtual event, and you can do some things there in order to encourage people to go back and visit that sponsor when they return to conversation mode, when they return to the floor plan and the tables, so that they can wander around of their own free will. You can invite your sponsor up and ask them a few questions, maybe before your presentation, if you want to do something live with them and encourage people to go talk to that person. Or you could show a short video before you begin your main presentation and make sure that that video gives people a reason to go talk to the person at the back of the table. The call to action on that video is not go visit a website or go make a purchase. It's go talk to the person at the back of the room at that table that we named Acme Circus and find out more information. Let me show you in an event how you can show a video. Okay, now I'm back in the event and let's go into presentation mode and I'll show you how to play a video. So we're going to go down here to the white bar at the bottom of the screen, click present, and it's up to you whether you want to start your presentation with your mic and camera on so that you can say a couple of words before the video, or whether you turn your mic and camera off at the beginning so that you can just roll straight into the video. You can decide what you want to do there. I'll click start now, and I've got my camera and mic on. In order to show a video, we go down to the bottom of the screen here. We click on the more button and we select share video. And now I can paste a URL in for a YouTube video or for a Vimeo video. I suppose you could use Twitch, though probably not. We'll go ahead and post that in there and play now. And my video is playing, and if I don't want to be on screen while that's happening, I just turn my camera and my mic off. So that's how you can share a sponsor video at the beginning of your presentation. Another thing that can help you encourage people to go back and visit your sponsor at their table is the welcome video that you show when people first enter your event. So I like to keep those videos short. I don't say a lot in there, but it's good to mention the sponsor and let everybody know that, hey, a representative from that sponsor is going to be there if you want to talk to them. So just something like, hey, welcome to our event. I want to thank Acme Circus for making this possible. We actually have somebody from Acme Circus at this event. If you want to go talk to them, just go to the table labeled Acme Circus during the course of the event. Now, in case you don't know how to add a welcome video to your event, I'm going to log into the back end of the event here, and I'm going to show you really quickly. I'm going to click on the advanced settings, and we're going to go to lobby and welcome. I'm going to check this box that says show your welcome message. You can type in a custom welcome message here if you want. And if we scroll down, you'll see that we have the option to add an image or video to the welcome message. I always like to add a video here. And then again, you just paste the URL for that welcome video there, and you can click save and close. You have some other tools at your disposal as well when it comes to driving people back to that sponsor's table, including messages in the chat box or announcements. So let's actually log into the front end of the event again and look at how you can use those. Here I am in the event again, and we're going to open up the chat box just by clicking on the chat button down here at the bottom of the screen. And then I want to make an announcement to general chat, that is everybody that's in the group. And we'll just say something like, don't forget to visit Sam the Clown at the Acme Circus table. Type that in and send that, and everybody who is reading the chat will see that message. The other option that we have is that we could go down and click on this more button, and we can make an announcement. And again, I just paste the same thing in, and we announce that now. Yes, I want to confirm that I want to send that. And there's a little ding, and there's the announcement, so everybody sees it. So you've got chat and announcement as ways to drive people back to that sponsor table as well. Now, another thing that Remo has is floor plan content. And this is an opportunity to put your sponsor's logo on the floor plan. And you can even have a pop-up window come up, and that could have an image or a video or even an embedded website in this. So think about how you want to use this. Before using the floor plan content, think carefully about what your event is and what's happening there, and also talk to the sponsor about what their goals are, because that's going to help you determine how to best use the floor plan content. It's tougher to use the floor plan content to direct people back to the table to talk to your sponsor one-on-one, but you could use it for something that helps them accomplish a similar goal. For example, let's say that you had a really large event happening. There was no way that your sponsor could talk to everybody that's going to be at that event. So maybe you want to use that floor content to allow people to click the sponsor's link, and then there's an embedded Calendly form or some other form that allows them to schedule an appointment or to see a demo from that sponsor at a later date. That could be a really good way to use floor content in a way that is truly valuable for your sponsor. So let's go ahead and log into the back end of the event setup. I'm going to go to this menu on the left. We'll click advanced, and I will click on floor content, and we're going to click the add content button, and we'll give this content a name. I'll call it Acme. And then we can decide on the content type. I'm going to go with an image for now. And before you upload the image, I would decide the display type that you want. I like to go with pop-up, but you can play with this and see what works best for you. With a pop-up, there's going to be an image on the floor plan, which I like to use as just a basic logo for the company. And then when people click on that, it's going to open up a larger image. So you can see here at the top, this is going to be the larger image that opens up, the pop-up image. And this is going to be the floor plan image here. So we're going to go ahead and click on this, and I'm going to choose this tent image that I have here. Get your tickets now for the circus, and that will upload. And I can hover here if I want to see the previews of these images. And then if I want, I can add a CTA, a call to action button. So for example, if in this case we were buying tickets, I would just type buy tickets there, and I could paste the URL that people go to purchase tickets. So I'm actually going to trash that. We're not going to put a call to action on this one. And then we decide where this content's going to go. Different floor plans for different events are going to have different spaces for where you can put content. Sometimes they'll be on the floor plan. Sometimes like this, they will be to the right or the left. You can see here that we've got 2 slots, 11 and 13, which are actually on the floor plan. And I've even got a slot 12 that's going to put it right on the screen at the top of the floor plan. So why don't we go ahead and use that. Floor 1, slot 12. Save that. And then we're going to save and close the event. And let's go into the front end and see what that looks like. So here we are again. I've entered the front end of the event, and I actually need to move the floor plan because my video is blocking the sponsor image there. So I might not want to use this slot on this floor plan because it is blocked by the images. You could see when we were in the back end, I could put an image here in this white space to the left of the screen or the right, or I could put them anywhere on the left side or the right side on the green of this floor plan. So you really decide how you want it to look, and that's up to you. I would play with this for a little bit, make sure you get it right. But when I click on that, again, it opens up a pop-up window, and you can decide what to put in this pop-up window, what's going to serve your sponsors best. Now, another thing that you can do with Remo is you can add custom questions to the registration form when your attendees register to come to your event. So you can use that to gather information that might be valuable to your sponsors. Sometimes that will be information that is valuable to them after the event is over, but also be thinking about ways to gather information from your attendees that will help your sponsor have better conversations with them. For example, let's say you're Acme Circus and Acme is doing some sort of promotion where they're targeting date night, and they want to know whether the people who are attending your virtual event are single or not. If they're single, then there's going to be matchmaking activities and they can talk to them about that. If they're in a relationship, then they're going to want to talk about how, you should use the anniversary or use it as a gift or make it a special date night for you and your significant other to come to the circus. So let's look at how you could add a question to the registration form to ask something like that. Once again, I'm in the back end of my Remo event, and I'm going to go ahead and open up this advanced menu, and I am going to click on registration. And we're going to add a custom question to this registration form. You've got multiple different types of questions that you could ask, but in this case, let's select single select. I'm going to give people some options, and I want them to choose one of those options. And the question I'm going to ask is, are you single? And we'll just make it a yes or no. We can make it required, and we can save that question. And now you're going to gather that information from everybody who registers for the event, and then you can go into the back end of Remo before the event. You can print up that information and you can send it to your sponsor so that they can have better conversations when they engage with people at your event. Now, let me mention one other thing that you may be wondering about. It's something that Remo doesn't offer natively, but your sponsor may want a logo either on the registration page for the event, or they may want their logo in the emails that go out reminding people about the event as it's coming up. Now, you cannot customize the registration page or the emails in Remo, so if that's something that you want to do, you're going to have to use another form building service such as Gravity Forms as the WordPress plugin, or FormStack in order to build your form and put that on a web page where you can put the logo, and then use Zapier to pass data from your form builder into Remo to register people for your event. And by the same token, you would want to create your own emails using an email service provider, for example, something like a MailChimp or an Aweber, and include your sponsor's logo in those email campaigns and just integrate that with Remo using Zapier. So there you go. There are some different ways that you can add value for your sponsors of your virtual events. Again, remember, this is not about quantity. This is all about quality, and this is really about your sponsors having opportunities to have one-on-one real conversations with potential customers. So that's what you want to maximize, and that's what you want to emphasize in everything you do. I'm Seth Ressler from Community Marketing Revolution. Don't forget, I've got that virtual event checklist that you can download for free. The link to that is in the description for this video. Plus, if you want to learn more about how you can host fantastic virtual events, I recommend checking out this video right here. Thanks for watching.